Good brunchin', a good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. 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 Everybody, Good Brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Everybody, Good Brunchin'. You are tuned into the Good Brunchin Podcast. Good Brunchin'.
Good brunchin'. We are here. We are live. Good people, it's your boy Bill the Billionaire. We're here with the Good Brunchin Podcast each and every Tuesday, or the Tuesdays that we can get ahead and get here. But listen.
Hold up. Why y'all both? Well, I got on green too, but mine ain't. We didn't do that purposely.
We didn't discuss this.
We
at all.
just came on.
We really did it.
We just came on and did it. But people, welcome to the Good Brunchin Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you watching it from. Welcome. We are back. It's your boy Bill the Billionaire, Ace Brown, and Tamika Roy. Y'all are in the building. So what's good, people? We hope everybody's good, having a good week. And I needed this today, y'all. I needed this. I needed to get him and come and chop it up, keep that good energy coming from the weekend. I don't know if y'all know, we had a dope show, my first show out here this weekend at Tony's Bar and Grill in Bergenfield. No, excuse me, Tony's Bar, Italian cuisine. Nothing Italian about it, all Dominicans. But yeah, it's called Tony's Bar in Bergenfield. Tony's Italian cuisine. Food is amazing.
Oh my God.
Food is amazing, but everybody, we sold it out. It was a dope show. Shout out to Monty Mason, Miss Shade, Natasha Face, and Imagine came and shut it down. It was a dope show. Meek was out there, and Ace, your sister was in straight Spanish mode. And the crazy thing about it is, they didn't even think she was Spanish.
Yeah, that's always good because, of course, it could work. Like if me and Mika in the store and they start talking Spanish, Mika could go ahead and dissect
¿Qué
on
tú
them.
dijiste? Oh, 25 pesos.
You always gotta.
But the bad part is, Meek look like the type that'll switch up on us. Like we be all sitting there and we just be talking. Next thing you know, Mika just ignore us. Hey,
Yo, Ace, I'm glad you said that, Ace. I'm glad you said that because I'm not gonna front. I came in, okay, so I can't see the comments. My bad, y'all. Okay. Good brunchin'. Super Villain, what up?
I can't see no comments.
My comments was bugging out on here. I can see it on this phone, so all right, we'll figure it out. I see how I can see the comments on there. But let me tell you something, Ace. Just like you said, I felt that way a little bit. Because Meek was chilling, me and Lala, we was all chilling, and then all of a sudden, you know, they put the Spanish music on. And the transition, all of a sudden, they was having like a contest, dance contest. Meek is no longer speaking English. Me and Lala are in there, just sitting there like this. They're like, and Meek is like this.
Oh my God.
And then another lady's coming over talking to me and Lala like this.
Uh-huh.
I was like, is nobody going to translate none of this?
Now
Meek, and the crazy joint is, Meek didn't look back at me and Lala or talk to me and Lala till it was time to walk out of there.
See? That's
you lying.
See?
Why you lying?
I would get Meek. While all this was going on, you had me and Lala could have left. She would have never known.
I would have never known.
Meek was out here like this.
That's the thing. And you trying to keep up. The best thing you can do is Google Translate to me.
Yo, bro, the crazy thing is,
Google Translate, but you're talking to Tamika. Mika, please come back to us.
Exactly,
and then you translate it.
Bro,
she don't understand English no more.
Bro, it was so bad. I went to the DJ booth and got on the mic. I was like, so y'all not gonna translate nothing? They're like, yo no sé.
We had 7 conversations in 1 minute. That's how fast we talk in Spanish.
And then it was bad to where me and Meek, I was dancing with Meek at one time, right? And we danced and I'm spinning, I'm killing because you know I'm nice at it, right? So I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing tricks and everything cool. Then what happened was they said we gonna put $100 up. Now I'm not gonna lie. When they was putting $100 up, I said like this, yo, Meek, you go do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go find you go find you a papa because I don't want to be the reason.
Go find a real one. I'm not that. I'm not that. No.
Yo, let me tell you something. This dude came out. What's going on? What's going on? Good brunching. Good brunching.
What's going on? Good
bro.
brunch.
This dude came out and was like this. I will dance with you. Bro, it was crazy.
Yo,
they flipped the shit like this. Let's dance.
And
then y'all win 100.
Yo, no. So Meek is like this. Meek is like this. Yo, they get real competitive. All of a sudden, Meek turned into a whole, like they on the side, they was letting one person go, one group of the girl. Then it was time to go back, and this one group was going in. Meek was in the dude's ear on the side. They was on the side like they was on the sideline, Ace. It was like this, yo, listen, we got to lock in now. I don't care what you got to do. You better grab my ass. You gotta get quiet.
Yo, Meek was drawing dance plans in a palm like this. Hold on. So I'm gonna go to the left. You go.
Yo, they was doing this little kick thing and the little footwork. Bah! Bah! Ace. Yo, it got to one point, dude had his head on Meek's shoulder, like in her.
He was shorter than me a little bit, right?
And he put
was
his
like
head
shorter
down,
than me.
and it looked like Mika had him in a little headlock, and she was holding his head. And he was, I don't know if that's a move that you put your head down and you get closer, but man, listen. Color purple voice. Mika, who this is, man? Yeah, who this man here?
Who this man?
If you seen the video, who this man? But me and Lala were watching, and then it's crazy because me and Lala on the side. Like I know when Spanish people dance, it can seem real intimate,
aggressive and intimate, and
you know what I'm saying? So now
not sweating all on each other.
Yeah. So now I'm sitting there looking like. Me and Lala's like on the protective mode, like, yo, we don't know this dude, why he touching her like this. But then we know Meek, and Meek would be like, yo, get your hand off me, get her, whatever. So now we sitting like this. We don't want to be the black people be like this. Hey, what you doing?
Meek embracing me. Meek embracing
and they're like this,
y'all like this.
That's not it.
Y'all like this. Hey, yo, my man. Meek like, shut up.
Exactly. So, me and Lala like this. I don't know what they saying. They can be talking about
it. His hand, put it on her face. Come on, put it on.
Yo, and then you just think they be plotting and they be like, and then I just felt disrespected when Meek started talking back to them and not even looking at me and Lala. Like, we don't know what they saying, yo. You one of them. You one of them. Yo, super villains said Meek love midgets. Yo, that's crazy.
Now let me ask you this question. What's worse for you right now? Meek ignoring you and Lala, or every time you go to a shindig, you're hearing where them fans at?
Yeah, where them fans at? Yo, but you know what's crazy?
Which one is worse right now?
Yo, let me tell you something. I think I might come out to that at the church show on because I'm about time. Where did these fans come from?
Bruh, everyone has a fan now.
Like all of a sudden, it's like, what you say? What? Like, come on now. Like, listen.
Everyone has a fan now.
Nobody's safe.
No.
Nobody's safe.
I had fans way before this, y'all.
But no,
way before this, I had fans.
The real dancers had fans. So now, there's some that elevated the whistles. There's some that done elevated. But I've never seen so many people. This one lady, I was at a show. She had the cowboy hats and the fedoras. Thank you. She had those, and then she had fans. She sold out the fans.
Of course,
sold out the fans. They were just waiting. I'm
about to have billionaire comedy fans, right? I'm about to.
So as soon as I say, yo, shout out to my homegirl Ms. Val, who's a comedian in Fayetteville. I told her, I don't think she did it. She was coming on stage using that as not as a prop, but that was like it went with her jokes. So she was something. I was telling her to do it. I'm like, yo, that's a callback. Use that as a callback. I said, and then you could get fans that say Miss Val comedy on it and sell them as merch.
Yeah,
she never did it. I don't know if she did, but if she did, this will be a hot commodity right
She be
now.
sitting there, whop.
That I don't know what it is. Them fans don't went up.
Uh-oh. I have to confess, I'm going to Symphony Hall line dancing class to learn to dance. See? Look.
I want to learn it
Auntie
too.
gonna be out there, whop.
Yeah, I don't
Throwing
know
that thing back, Auntie. Yeah, look, them dudes gonna be watching. You better get you a hat.
Soon,
Look at me.
Soon as they hear that, soon as they hear them song, where them fans at? Over. It's over.
Yeah, I think. Never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
Now I want one.
Here, somebody gonna run with it. But
You have
what?
You don't have a fan?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it after.
Okay.
I got some stuff, but we can't talk about it. You know, people be taking stuff.
Oh, you got an idea?
Yeah, I already, started working on it, but
oh my God. I see a fan that said, "I prayed for this." I said, see a fan that say manifest.
Yo,
come on, man. I'm done.
That's the one I want.
I'm hanging with Stephanie Klager, 226, the warehouse Thursday night. She can get me to even try it. Yeah, I'm telling you. If you do the dance there on Thursday night, everybody does the dance.
But now the thing is, you got to know the dance. This is what I want to tell people, because I'm a line dancer. I do my line dances. I happen to dibble and dabble, and I'm not talking about the little wobbles and we do a little Tamia.
That's
we
gang
get
shit.
You're at the graduation level, because the Tamia one can't people do that takes skill. But
the thing is this. If you don't know it, do it to the side and watch from the side. The ones that don't know it and they try to get in the middle, you just getting in the way.
Up the line.
You just getting in the way. Just stand to the side and get your step on to the side. Because when you're stepping in, it just messing it all up. Now, I'm not gonna front. Ace, let me ask you. You're not a line dancer, line stepper, but if you were to see me,
but I'm not. I'm not a Tamia. I didn't graduate to Tamia.
So you're an electric slider.
I got the electric slider, of course. I got the
got the wobble.
I got the wobble. Got cha-cha, of course. I got the biker.
The biker, okay.
Yeah, the biker shuffle. I gotta have that because they shout out my club. Shout out Number One Stunners. They shout out my club. So of course I have that. I have what's the one that's like almost like the African music.
Oh, Jerusalem.
Yeah, I got that.
Jerusalem.
I got most of them.
Okay, you got some
shit. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so look, we got a sideline dancer. See, that's what I'm. See, that at least you know your position. At least you know your position. Slide to the sideline, because when they be coming in and messing it up. But now let me ask you this, Ace. Where them fans at? You see a man out there on the dance floor, and he takes a fan out, and then there's a man out there that doesn't have a fan, and they hit that whop. Like I'm doing this with my hand. Whop. And he got the fan. Are either one of us in a different situation? Are you looking at us differently?
First of all, I didn't know we were supposed to have fans. Okay. I thought we did the leg, or I've even seen the dudes do the whop. They do that. I did the jersey leg. The jersey leg off of the club joint. We like I did that off of that. I don't do the fan. So yeah, I am going to.
Am I allowed to dance? Am I allowed to do the dance? That's the only reason I stopped myself.
I better not. If I see you with a fan,
I better not see any of y'all with a motherfucking fan.
Right. If I see you with a fan, you better not know how to open it. Like yours better be.
If I see you with it, it's because you.
It better be off. Like once you whop it, you better not know how to.
So what can we use as men during that time?
You supposed to do the little jersey like Mika doing,
Yo, Slim Don said, "Nigga with the fan."
Like you rolling dice. Wah. Some shit like that. Not no motherfucking fan.
I keep adding too much again.
Boy, doing the same thing, so it's safe for me to do my thing on the side. Ace on the side. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Sideline hype person. That's always cool.
But that's good to know your position. That's good to know your position. I ain't front. I like the dice. That gaga.
Yeah, I'm cool. If I see a dude that can open the fan and close it and open it back up to go 4 times, what? Yeah, Hey, family,
but now look, shout out to my man Bill. There's a dude, Bill. He used to come to Regina's at karaoke. And he used to be in there before this song came out. He had a fan, and he would see women. He'd be like, "What?" And they'd be like, it'd be loud as hell. And he'd be in there, "What?" He get around and start fanning the women, and that was just his thing. He always had like.
Now that's different.
But now but I can see him. That song coming on, he go crazy.
I give it to him. If that was his thing before, there you go. If y'all tossing your hip like ladies, I don't know. That one I don't know about, especially because you from Jersey. Because Jersey,
it's not Ace. You know the hip though.
No, but if
you going to the side and doing the one leg hit, bro.
But club music,
bro. That's a hip.
That's different.
This joint is in that twerk. It's like a one-legged twerk.
No. We not twerking. It's just the leg movement. It's just the leg movement. Cause let me tell you something. You put on "You Are My Friend," any kind of club music, we gonna go ahead. We going with it.
It's not wrong with the hips and you moving, but when you turning that thing,
it's just
the way how you doing
it. It gotta have some. It gotta have some masculinity in it. You're right.
Needs to have some type of cause no.
Yeah, it gotta have the masculinity.
Yeah, it's just a hip move. Yeah, that's a different hip. That's a different hip.
I'm cool with that one. I guess.
So okay, so now, so you're allowed. So are you telling me that it's okay if I learn to dance?
You can learn to dance, but you can't have no fan because you ain't never had a fan before.
And I got to change things up. I got to change
things up. Get the dice. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, let me know how y'all feel, ladies. Like if y'all see another man out here where them fans at doing the dance, are y'all looking at him crazy?
Yep.
Just doing the dance, you're looking at him crazy.
No fan.
No fan.
No fan.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Unless you got holy water on it and some flooded water and you're trying to cleanse the air because you're going like that. Other than that, I don't want to catch you with don't have no fan.
I hear you. All right. Well, listen, people. Ace went away and he was supposed to be here for us to get this thing started. But people, as you know, we've been here every Friday. Every Tuesday. I'm all messed up every Tuesday.
You're all messed up.
And if you want to tune in, lock in with us, y'all can send those emails into the goodbrunchinpodcast@gmail.com. Y'all can send in any situations, any this and that, red flags, all those type of things that y'all might want to go ahead and bring to the table. We have those. But today we are going with the Situation Tuesday. Yeah, I said Situation Tuesday. And my man Ace, what you got for us for Situation Tuesday?
All right. So I got one that actually happened. But I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in it just to see how you.
Shit! I need to get a snack.
Just
so
let's say, for example, okay. So let's say you have a Ring camera, right? You have a Ring camera, and you go ahead and you see that some kids have did the ding dong ditch on your Ring camera.
Mm-hmm.
So they go ahead, ring the bell, and they take off running. After observing it for quite some time, you notice it's one of your kids' friends. And they did it like at midnight. Are you talking to your child about it? Can they still be friends with this person? 2, are you going to the parents of that child? Or 3, do you just do you let your child handle it? Now, when I say child, we're talking high school age.
Okay.
So do you let them know, look, tell your little friend stop playing? Do you 2 say your friend did this, you can't be friends with them no more? And you go to their parents, or what do you do?
I'm personally, I'm gonna talk to my kid because I'm not gonna wake them up. I got it on footage. So I'm gonna talk to the kid and my son, let's say it's my son, and I'm be like, yo, listen, when you go to school, tell your little friend, keep playing. Like, I know what he's doing, and I'm going to get ahead and address that to his parents. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that I know. You know what I mean? Because it's not that deep. When I see his parents, whatever, if it's something that keeps happening, I'm not going to tell him stop playing with him. But I'm like, if you out here telling my son, like, if you out here doing the same thing, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you mean, trying to address the situation. And then when I see that kid, because I grew up around where, my mom dropped you off, and like, say, Ace, it was at your house.
Right.
Your mom had full control of what my moms would tell you, if he act up, put your hands on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel that when you leave your kid with me, and especially to the relationship that we have, nah, I'm checking your kid like it's my son or daughter. You know what I'm saying? And respectfully in that way, and then letting the parent know whatever that's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go through my kid first. I'm making let the kid, let him know. What about you, B?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Like, these little motherfuckers is over here doing this shit to my motherfucking door. Look at them. They don't see it. Like, that's gonna be my brain. But I'm gonna go to my kid and be like, yo, I was young. I used to do that shit too. But that shit ain't cute. Y'all want to prank? Go prank their mother. I better not find out you're doing that. Y'all better stop. I get it that y'all young, because I used to do it too. But stop that shit, and I better not find out you're doing it. And if he does it again, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to the parents. Like, I'm just gonna go to the parents. I'm giving my son a chance and an opportunity to let his friends know that his mother's crazy.
To let them know you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Not to let them know that you did it when you was younger and you understood. To let them know this better be the first and last time you pick this house.
But I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh because that is these fucking kids, yo. These fucking kids.
Julio Hennessy, good brother, Good Brunchin, he a comedian out of Chicago. He said, "Shit, I'm petty. We doing that to their house the next night and putting him in Dookie bag."
Yo, Julio, what's good, yo?
Yeah. Nope. Next time he ring the bell, he might get drenched with a bucket of water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm with it. I understand. I totally understand. I think
I'm getting a paintball gun and popping his ass.
Right.
I'm gonna go.
Whack, whack, whack.
I'm gonna put a motherfucking ring camera under his pillow and just ring that shit from my house and can't find that shit. You're gonna hear that shit all day, all night, forever. You're gonna think you're going crazy.
Paintball, golf ball, baseball.
Hey,
Lickers and five.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So,
especially high school. Oh, y'all want to prank? Y'all big. Y'all high school
and
kids.
that's the
Let's
thing.
get it.
You got the wrong one. Especially I say with us. Like my petty is different. Like my petty is different. And now you wanna play games with adults. Like I'm not your senior. I'm the one to play with. Cause now you gonna find out. You gonna find out. Cause
You got a
I'm
bike?
one of
Where's
those.
his
I got
bike? Let
time.
me find his bike. I'm about to
My thing
find
is
his
this.
bike.
I got time.
right.
I got time.
Let me
So
find his bike. You got a car? Or let me find your car.
All right. So here
No
go
windshield wipers.
Here go another situation. We talked about this off the air, and I said I was gonna bring it here because my brother is a basketball coach. So if you guys haven't heard, there was a basketball coach in the state of New York that their team lost state championships, and they were trying to line up to shake hands. And I guess one of the girls was kind of salty that she lost and she was not trying to get in line. And the coach grabbed her by the hair and like shoved her into the line. Now, when asked about it, he said basically she cursed at him and said she wasn't getting in the effing line to shake hands. Now, here's my situation and my question. As the parent, it is a two-part. As the parent, do you address the coach? And you're a sports parent, you know your child was sitting there salty, so you know your child's demeanor. So you know your child was sitting there pouting and everything. And let's say your child was like, I ain't doing nothing, and you saw it. Are you addressing the coach or are you addressing your child? And then two, as the coach, if a kid sit there and curse at you, what is your stance? What would you have done in that situation?
Well, I'm gonna give you a few situations, right? That was a lot. The coach was wrong. The coach was wrong 100%. Especially, and I like I've been coaching forever, and I've been coaching girls, so it's different, especially for a male. I feel like it's different for me when I coach females and how I go about certain things and what I do. Just any physical contact with females as a coach,
Way different.
we're different. You know what I mean? I've been coached by coaches that I've done something and seen a coach grab me by a jersey and go throw me over to somebody. You know what I mean? Or grab somebody that's talking crazy and yoke them up and throw them into the line to where the parent saw it and was like, okay, it's cool. That look, he was acting up. We know what happened. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, if I'm that parent, I'm checking the coach hands down. You got to check. Like, I don't care what she did. She's wrong. I'll check that as far as her cursing at you and stuff like that. But you grabbing her by her hair, nah, you're not gonna do that. That's off limits. You already put your hands on her. Like that's just, that coach. I don't care if the kid coach curses at me, do whatever. I'll kick somebody out the gym. I have the parent come get your kid, do whatever, because now you putting yourself in a whole nother situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You putting yourself in a whole lot. So for that parent, you definitely got. But then that parent has to check the child before their actions. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen kids that do it and like, yo, I'm not shaking hands, but and then I know which kids I can do certain things with, right? So let's just say, for example, I know it's your son, Ace. I'm gonna grab your son and be like, yo, get up and get on this line. Boom.
Yeah.
Put him over there. You know what I mean? Some other kids, I don't really know them. I don't know their parents like that. I'm not gonna do that. So I think it's relationship driven, but at the end of the day, that you pulling a head or drag, nah, you can't do that.
Me?
I know me as a parent, right? I'm paying attention to the whole team, but I'm paying attention to my kid. Me as a parent, once I seen my daughter even going like this to the coach, I'm stepping up. What the fuck is your problem? Who you talking to like that, right?
You saying this
But
to your child?
to my child.
Got it. Okay.
Like me, because I'm paying attention to my kid. I know my kid. I could see it won't even get to that part because I'm like, why are you talking to your coach like that? Why are you even talking like that, period? Right?
Yeah.
But the coach is wrong. The coach is very wrong. I don't my daughter played baseball. Diamond played baseball. She was the only girl in the boys team. The coach would get on Diamond. He would get on her. And I remember one time she was acting up, cursing. I fuck that shit. Who the fuck you talking to like that? He grabbed her by the arm. Sorry, I was eating cheese doodles. He grabbed her like this and said, yo, sit your ass the fuck down. I had no problem with that.
Okay.
He told her sit down because she wasn't behaving. She wasn't acting. She was out of rate. You understand what I'm saying? To grab somebody by the hair, like you saw that, like me even doing it to myself, that shit looks crazy.
That shit looks crazy.
That's crazy. You,
look
if she was being disrespectful, you could put her in her place. Where was her parents? You know what? Have her parents deal with it. She didn't want to get on the line. You could have nudged her, pushed her a little bit. Not even. Don't put your hands on. No, you don't put your hands on nobody. Don't put your hands on nobody, especially a girl like that. Where's her parents? Tell her parents. He don't grab no kid by no hair. She's not a boy.
Yeah, and then there's got to be, and then I feel like there's other ways to handle this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want them to shake hands, but I feel as the coach, you got to be able to handle like, okay, that's what they're gonna do. We're gonna handle this, and then not even saying that, okay, you should have pulled the hair in the locker room, but it's been like this. Now, when we get outside, when we get in the locker room, we're gonna handle this as a team. Now, you either not playing the next game. There's some type of punishment that's gonna happen.
Well,
And,
I even said, me not to cut you off. I even said, F all that. Take my clothes off. Take everything that's school issue.
Yo, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Watch how you say that. You're not going to tell
have
a
to watch
girl.
how you say it.
You're not going to take yo. He told me to take my clothes off.
It's unfortunate that everything is like more so scrutinized. But y'all got like everything that's school issue. Take it off.
Yeah.
Take it off. Go in the locker room. Take it off. I hope you got it. And if we got sweats, I hope you got an extra set of clothes. Stay in the locker room until your parents come with an extra set of clothes.
Yeah.
Because anything that's school issue, you're not wearing it no more. You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. That's like I said, it comes down to the disciplinary actions that they do. There's ways to handle that as a coach. They ain't shake hands. I'll get ahead and even apologize to the coach. Like, look, you know what it is right now. I apologize for our actions, whatever. But then we address this as a team, calling the parent in. But like even now, you know how Ace will get ahead and be. I've had guys coming and get out the game, tapping on the butt. Yo, good job. Now, now with the girls, I don't even. I'm like, hey, I
give them a high five. Yeah,
I'm in there setting like even when I like playing ball with them, setting picks and hitting them. Like I don't want to get ahead and ever bump them the right way or the wrong way or touch them in any way. And it's just in basketball movement. You know what I mean? So that's how aware of stuff, with coaching female as a male coach,
What?
because it can be the smallest thing that can get ahead and change that a girl can say, yo, the coach did this, and now it's a whole different situation.
Well, it's crazy because it goes back to what Mika said, which
First,
I
good brunchin.
understand, which is it's all about the relationship. You got to build a relationship with the parents that understand that if they have to get to know you well enough to know that if and I'm air quoting this, inappropriate touch happens,
Yeah.
that they're coming to you saying, nah, Coach Gilbert wouldn't do that, or Coach Bill wouldn't do that. Let me talk to them and find out, because this kid could lie. You get what I'm saying? So, but if you don't have that relationship, immediately my mind goes elsewhere. He did what? He said what? You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, how y'all was like
Thank you, Hurst. Thank you, Hurst.
Watch how you say take clothes. Because my thing is, all my parents know, or all my parents would know, listen, this is a school issued uniform. You don't get to keep this. So if you hear me say, hey, take my clothes off, it's because I'm speaking as a representative of the school, that those are the school. Is not saying physically your clothes in that type of, that type of terminology. But like Mika said, if you don't have that relationship with those parents and they hear that, the first thing they thinking is, what is that?
Yeah. Exactly.
I heard him. He told her to take her clothes off. No. I'm talking.
Nah, that's real. First, what happened was we had a coach that there was a basketball game, and one of the players, they lost, and after the game they didn't want to shake hands, and the player cursed at the coach like, yo, I ain't effing doing that. I ain't shaking no fucking hands. And the coach grabbed her by her hair and yanked her and put her onto the line so to shake hands. So we were talking about, what do you think the parents should do? How the actions and how they handle it. Derek said, nah, she be doing laps for days. She would have gotten coach.
Y'all good. Y'all good. Doing laps for days. No, you're not on my team no more.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff got to be addressed.
No more. You can curse at your teammates. You can say what you're not doing. The minute I get over there, you better change your tune.
But hold on. So you saying, even forget with the pulling it here, the girl coaching at you, she's done. Cursing at you,
yeah, she's done.
So there's no way
my star player. If I say line up and she said I'm not effing doing it, say no more. Go in that locker room, take all of that stuff off.
So there's no coming back from that?
No. I'll see you next year. But I'm not.
All right. So let's do this. Because I've been in situations that you've had situations that are like this, right? That you disrespect and do whatever. Do I think it's you kicked off the team right off? No. I will get ahead and say like this. Right now, we're gonna have to talk, because you not only need to apologize, know what you did for the team, like you have to be penalized for this, right? Because we're not gonna let these actions continue. You firing them isn't gonna help the kid, because all they're gonna do is go do it somewhere else. They gotta understand why they was wrong, what they did, and now they gotta feel it, and they gotta see especially if it's a person that is let's say they're one of the best players on the team. Yeah, it's gonna hurt the team. So now, guess what? Now you got to sit out, and you're gonna see it hurt the team, and now it's gonna hurt you more. They ain't learning nothing. You just kick them off the team, and you know what I'm saying. So you got to think about that, and then you got to understand it's a heat of a moment. Let's say it was a great game, then going back and forth, and y'all lost at the buzzer, some bad call, do whatever. There's a lot of emotions right there. You get what I'm saying? So now, if this is a regular, you don't know how to talk to this and that, but it just came out, and I've had a moment that I'd be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. I want to do this, you know what I'm saying? Do this shit. And you had those heated moments. So I feel like that's a thing to where that person needs to get ahead and have that talk with the coaches, come sit here and say, yo, you know something, I messed up. I apologize. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. I gotta be in here. But as far as drastic kicking them off the team and doing all that, I don't feel that helps the kid, and it doesn't help the team.
So I agree with you to an extent, because in the moment that you said, like you said, if it was a bad call and the emotions are high, you say what you want. I ain't doing this. Like I said, when I come over there and say, get in line, that's when the attitude should change. You get what I'm saying?
But it didn't.
Now it's directed towards me. And I always said this when I coach track. What that is what we consider stage 1 cancer. Anybody that has ever had cancer, doctor tell you got stage 1, it is serious, but it can be cured. It can be cured. What that did is, and I get what you're saying, yo, you don't teach them this, you don't teach them nothing by throwing them off. However, if I do that and I keep them on the team, Tamika, who's a teammate, say, wait a minute, you mean to tell me all I gotta do is run 10 suicides? I'm cursing this joker out every.
No, but that's how you got it. But that's how you got it. But that's why you got to address the situation and understand like this. Yeah, you got 10 cigarettes, but you suspended. You're not playing the next 2 games.
Right, but Mika's thing is, I don't play. Let's say Mika's the 7th man or the 8th man. Mika might be like, I don't get in anyway. I'm good enough, but I don't get in anyway. So when I get mad at coach, I'm gonna curse him out because all he gonna give me is.
But now you're saying it as if it's going to continue. Yes, that's when you kick.
No. I'm talking about Mika's another person now.
No. I get I get that. And I'll let everybody, and you let them know. You already know what this is. If we playing, you want to be. If you don't want to be on the team, you can leave. You know what I'm saying? Right. Anybody. So that's where I feel like if you're doing that now, you just cursing because you think you can just curse. This was a heat of the moment. This was a situation. This is not you just coming into practice and be like, yo, fuck out of here, coach. I ain't doing that. If it was that type of situation, no, you're not gonna disrespect my team. This and that. This is a heated moment in the game. If you can't control yourself here, no, you off the team. I agree with that. Right. I'm talking about in this situation. Now, if it turns into like what you're saying, nah, she got to go too. You know,
right. So my thing is, it can spread because that person, like you said, that person may learn a lesson. But and I'm using Mika as an example. But Mika might be like this. I don't care about it because guess what? You can't. What's the word? I can run suicides every time we run suicides. I'm the first to get done. So I run suicides forever. Who cares? Because I'm gonna start speaking my mind whereas before she's doing it. Now it starts to spread. However,
but see, I don't think that because you're going from a game to somebody's person. I've had people that have been like, let's say a cancer, like you said, a cancer to the team because the things that you're bringing, you're not helping. You're always you're not helping. You're being that cancer to the team. This situation was a game situation. This person can be one of the greatest players on the team and be a good. Never have this action, but the heat of the moment brought this out. You know what I'm saying?
And I get that. I get passion.
So that's where the whole thing comes from. And then now, if anybody feels, oh, well, this is what they got away with, I can do that now. You're gonna notice as a coach, okay, that's why I gotta get rid of these people. Hold on a second. Let me read some of the comments. Derek said, you show your ass in the game, I gotta show you my ass in practice. So I mean, I get that. We've all been there. We've all been like, okay,
you heard me. You heard me. You gotta pause it because now all of a sudden, parents
show your ass.
Coach Watson want to show his ass. I heard that's out of control.
Yeah, see that. Look, we just read it. Hirsch said also the parents need to be a part of the disciplining. Yes, that's what I said earlier. They need to be getting getting her ass together at home too. Yeah, that's a parent thing. But that's what I'm saying. This is a whole. It's
emotion. And I
no. I'm talking about the breakdown of the directors, the coach, the parents. The apologies that's got to made to the team.
I was just about to say that. Me, and I'm not saying that I'm right, you're wrong, or you're wrong, I'm right. I mean, you're right, I'm wrong, whatever. I'm just saying, the reason why I would have took that is maybe she goes home and Mika being the teammate call and say, yo, you was wilding today.
Yeah.
Yo, apologize. Maybe if you apologize, this. Now she comes back the next day, coach, I want to apologize.
It always happens like that.
And now I do still give her, like Derek said, I still show my ass and say, oh, you ain't coming back just that easy. You still got to do these suicides. Yeah. You still got to do this. But give the person the ownership of, because he wasn't little kids. These were high schoolers. So you know right from wrong, but give some kind of ownership of, let me see how bad you want to play on the team.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you. And Derek said, who's doing 10 suicides? You're running the whole practice, every practice until I decide.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I said 10 suicides.
Let me tell you.
I did that before.
I don't, like I said, Diamond, she played baseball for 1 year. So it wasn't really like, oh man, she did good. Shout out to Diamond. But my boys played football since they were 4, right? And my 17-year-old one time, it was him and 3 other teammates. They were getting, this didn't even have nothing to do with the team. They wasn't doing right in school.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Right. They was like, if you don't do right in school, that means you're not staying focused in the team. You know, it was discipline. I don't agree with because you do something right then and there, we're just gonna kick you out. You gotta have them do that work. They had them practicing 2 hours before regular practice. If it was raining, okay, they will find a day that it was gonna rain, and if it rained, yo, y'all busy. No, bring their asses over here. We're gonna work out.
This is
They
as far
had
as
them
punishment.
working.
This is as far as punishment.
That's because you're gonna realize that what you did was wrong. Now they did um it was the homecoming game.
Mhm.
They couldn't play. And these boys are competitive. These are competitive boys. They about their game. They about the thing. But you fuck up, you're not gonna play. We don't
It
give a
hurts.
shit
It hurts
how
them
much you
more.
love. It hurts.
Right.
But now you're gonna learn. You don't disrespect your mom. You don't disrespect the coach. You don't disrespect your teachers.
And I think it
Kids
comes
are.
down to the coaching too. The
It comes down
coaches,
to the coaching
how the
too.
coaches set the level. Because I've seen teams that have kids that have gone crazy talking back to their coaches and that, but it's on
Mm-hmm.
their relationship, how the coach really talks to them, how to think, and what's going on outside of it. What's the foundation of the program? Because when you don't have that foundation of the program, hot tempers will go ahead and flare because there's no control. Because, like you said, they might have been hot, but you as a coach, when you walked over there, that whole joint changed.
Now let me ask this question to you to add another element. This is your child, not you a parent, you the coach, or you the spouse of the coach.
I've been in this situation. I've been in my dad. My dad.
Are you now wrong? Are you now wrong?
I'm not
No.
grabbing my kid by her hair neither.
No. Listen, I'm not grabbing her by. I shouldn't be doing that. Especially, I'm not saying like in a public setting, but like I'm grabbing her
Hey,
at home.
that's
Nah, he shouldn't be
now
doing that.
see
But
me
I
as
have
being
more now.
talking
But
to.
now that it's my daughter, I'm
It's
gonna
your
grab
daughter.
I'm gonna grab my. I'm not pulling her by her hair. I don't think anybody should. But I'm gonna grab her. I'm like, yo, get your ass in that line, and then I'm still gonna deal with her accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she's the best person on the team if she wasn't my daughter.
I ain't talking about skill set. I'm saying, are you still considered wrong if you yoke her up? Because even if he yoked her up, I think people would have still be like, you don't put your hands on a child like that. They would have said that. So what I'm saying is, this your child. This your child. You at a game, BJ acts up, you the coach, you yoke BJ up, and Tamika reports you to the school. And say his child or not. He shouldn't be grabbing no kid.
You're gonna go through the legal the legal procedures because you're not supposed to. But this is my child. You get what I'm saying? But
See?
I get I get the cause of it. But being that it's my child, if y'all gotta find me, that's what y'all gotta do. But then I'm gonna say this. Because I've been in that situation. I've been the one that's been yoked up. That my dad said, get him out the game. Don't you, I'm your father. Don't you ever in front of the whole gym. Like, got to the point where my mom even had to come over and like, Bill, chill, don't kill him. You know what I'm saying? But
Did I tell your mom that?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, I was just wild. I remember we was away. We was in Florida. No, we was in Texas for a tournament. And I had said something on the court and I talked back, It was one of the games. My dad.
Back to pops or talk back to the ref?
I was talking back to my pops.
Okay.
And then my dad, I said something. My dad grabbed my man Justin, threw him and said, go get him. So I remember I came out the game and, my dad was at the head of the bench. I got out the game. I walked straight to the end of the bench because I knew if I walked to the house, I was going to die. Yo, he walked all the way to the end of that bench.
He walked through the tunnel of the NBA.
He walked to the end of that bench, yoked me, said, if you ever talk to me like, and had me yoked up like this. But now, guess what? Other parents from like the other teams is looking like, oh, everybody from our team is just like, it's more, you know what I'm saying? I said, my mom came, all right, yo, chill out. But it was just, it's a normal because we knew the foundation of where it was and how everybody, have it. So I think the foundation is important.
Here's the bad part before you read the comments. Here's the bad part. It's always that one friend that's sitting next to you. You got the tears in your eyes because you're embarrassed, you hurt, and everybody don't even worry about it. Shake it off. Nigga, shut up. Shut up.
Exactly. Yo, her said, setting yourself around the people who hold you accountable for the bad behaviors is important. Not to have a lot of yes people around you. I agree. Men, our coach didn't play that as we were scared of all. Yeah, we were scared of all our coaches. Yeah. Derek said, yes, she's still wrong because of the optic. All players give respect, but I give respect. My child or not. The coach acted out of emotion. He felt disrespected, so he didn't lead with example. They both were in emotions. Yes, I agree. Now she knows how it's gonna go down when they got home. Yeah, she knows how it's gonna go down. People file complaints for what people do their kids anyway without basketball. No, that's real. That's real. So I got a situation that I
Right.
know a lot of people have heard about, and I want to definitely ask Ace this because Ace, being in radio and doing all this kind of stuff. So I know a lot of y'all know y'all been watching this Just Hilarious and Laura Laura with the whole Breakfast Club
Not
situation.
the hoodie. Not the hoodie, Lord have
Because
Fredo
mercy.
is on.
I want to hear your opinion on the situation. If you don't know, Lauren, she came in to take Just Hilarious' spot when she was out on maternity leave.
Not take.
Not take her spot. She was subbing. She was stepping in
Yeah.
to for Just Hilarious during her maternity leave. Just came back and then felt like she was kind of pushed out. That the Breakfast Club wasn't in support of her. There were some things that she had some hate towards Lauren, and there's been a whole controversy been going back and forth. They talked about it on the Breakfast Club. But there was a video by comedian Corey Holcomb that went out there and expressed about how he felt about Jess and the whole situation, and saying how he first off he doesn't like Jess at all, so he's calling her less hilarious. He knows that he's expressed that, so that's out there. But besides him not liking Jess and disrespecting her in her craft and what he in certain ways, um, I somewhat agree with what he said. So we're gonna go into it. Let me sit this one out because I have my own
Who's that?
personal issue. Just Hirsch, Hirsch.
Nah, Hirsch, don't back up
Nah,
now.
Hirsch, I would love your opinion, but I don't want it to. If it because I look, I have no problem with Jess. I know y'all the history with it. Hirsch, if you wanted to go ahead and come in, we could send you the
Don't
link.
back up now, Hirsch. Unless it's going to take money out your pocket, say what you gotta say.
Yeah,
Hirsch.
so while we do that, so Ace, how you feel about it? You talk about it real quick. Let me hear your view before I get into it.
Okay, so here's a couple of things. One, I'm not going to sit here and this is in a nutshell. She brought on the person that had the potential to take her job. You brought her on. From what it was told, it was down to the final two, which was her and Laura, to get the position. If you brought in someone and she said it, I brought her in because she was qualified. What you didn't tell is, and what you ignored was the fact that you mainly got the position because of your social media presence, not because of your skill set in radio, but your social media presence. Where the way the Breakfast Club messed up is by not telling her you're here to bring the comedic element to the show. There was no comedy. Angela Yee wasn't comedy. They tried to put Jess Hilarious, in my opinion. They tried to put Jess Hilarious in a box and say you're going to be the news reporter person. You're going to be the person that does bring that Jess with the mess, but let's clean it up where it's more politically correct. And it didn't work. So now when Laura leaves, Jess leaves and Laura comes in, and now she's radio.
Yeah, because I just want to put it out there. She did graduate from the Delaware State University.
Come on now.
I just want to
Come on now. So
doing it.
When you put that out there that she is this talented, you have to, it's just like if one of us, we're talented in what we do. If you put us on and we got the opportunity to take it, I'm on one of the best morning shows, arguably the best morning show out there right now. Oh, I'm taking this opportunity, and she took it. The problem is they didn't tell Jess this is where we're going with it. And then what they should have did was just tell Jess, listen, we're putting you in the role that we originally hired you for, which is the comedy relief. The problem is, like Corey Holcomb said, is you don't bring funny to the radio. You haven't brought funny to the radio.
Yeah.
You said some but you haven't brought funny to the radio. For you to be a comedian, Bill, you know, like I know, when we get on this mic, our first thought is to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't brought up.
Good brunch. But I'm gonna let Meek talk about. I'm just gonna read some of the
I don't
comments.
want to talk about it
Oh, she said I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Oh, all
because
right.
the way I feel personally about Jess, that's why I don't want to talk
Well,
about
I
it.
sent Hirsch the link, so Hirsch might be popping in here because y'all
Wait,
all got
so
wait.
me, you personally dislike her, or you
I
personally?
don't, I'm not gonna say I dislike her. Yeah, I don't like her. I dislike her.
Okay.
Um, One thing I do agree with that's being said, and I've been seeing because I know I don't really pay attention
Right, right,
to
right,
stuff
right.
like that, but I've been seeing Jess is not radio. She's
Yeah.
not
Nah,
a radio personnel person. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And to be a radio, you gotta have the voice, you gotta have the tone, you gotta. I can't when I hear Jess on the radio and I don't see her, I want to turn it off. You gotta have the type of voice that's where you want to listen to when you don't see them. I don't feel Jess ever
It's in your
had that
DM.
in
Check your
them.
DM. Check your DM,
oh,
Hirsch. No, Hirsch. She said, "Where do we send it?"
Um, So I didn't when they said that she was going that she was replacing Angela Yee, I was like, why? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that didn't
But
make
I know
sense to
exactly
me.
why.
radio. She's radio.
Huh?
Who?
Because Angela Yee is radio.
No, she said no.
Right.
She said she
No,
was.
I'm saying I didn't understand why they put Jess.
Right. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
Right.
you didn't
Because
understand
Angela,
because why
because
you're
Angela
replacing
Yee is
someone that
radio.
is radio with someone that's not radio.
That's not radio. You understand? And then I think Jess is funny. I don't think she's, oh my God, hilarious. But I think she's funny. But there's just things that she says, the things that comes out of her mouth. I be like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. But
Right.
I just think that if the only thing that I see that was done wrong is that if they was gonna transition from if they was gonna replace Jess with the girl that's there now, a conversation should have happened.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing. Like y'all should have said, I said, look, like you said, this is the plan. This is what I'm planning on doing it. This is why. Like you said, if she when they was like she's doing it, I said, okay, so maybe they trying to bring the funny into the morning show. It's
Yep.
nothing done. And I was like,
And I
I
think
didn't understand
and I think that's because they still haven't told her what her role is.
her
Because
role is.
you can't say that it doesn't work because it does. Everybody else has 4 or more, if I'm not mistaken. You get what I'm saying? All of the top ones. Steve Harvey has more than 4. Ricky Smiley has more 4 or more or whatever. Even I think even Young Jock might have 4 or whatever. A lot of these radio morning shows have 4 or whatever. So it's not abnormal. There's more than enough room. And she even said it, just even said it like, well then why did she have to talk on my segment? Why did she have to do this? And I think it has to come down to her realizing that you have to fit in where you fit in, like you said, me. You're not, oh my God, hilarious, but what do you bring to the table? What
And
do
it's
you
not to say
I
that
think. I think.
somebody that doesn't have the experience can't make it because there's many people out there that didn't have experience in things and oh shit, they did something and it worked.
right,
Not saying that that can happen, but this situation, that's not it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not it. Like just the communication could have been better, but just should have not got the job from Get. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
that's just how
I
I
just feel
feel.
I feel like what we talked about before.
Not trying to
Um,
knock her, but she just should have never got it.
yeah, and this is no hate to Jess. I think that Jess this was a great opportunity for her, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like she knew she came in because what you bring in as far as your views and your backing, right? But at the same time, you have to understand that just like comedy, radio is a craft as well. So
Mm-hmm.
just as well, you want to get great in comedy, you got to do that for radio too. Now,
Right.
to where
Especially if you
Lauren came
weren't.
from this background for radio. She went to school for this, and she has the background, and she did what anybody is supposed to do. When I came on basketball teams and I was a freshman, I didn't sit here and hold back. I sat there and said, I'm gonna get ahead and go ball out because when I get my moment and
Seize
they
Mm-hmm.
the
put me
moment.
in, I'm
Yep.
gonna seize that moment. And guess what? When it came to the next game and now they moving me up and I'm going ahead of somebody else, I'm not feeling bad. I came in here and did what I was supposed to do. Now we as a team, I feel like the communication as far as everything that happens on in the back and their communication with her was a problem. But I said this could make the team stronger. But then two, it showed Jess's weaknesses and it shows that Jess got to get ahead and grow and become stronger. Go ahead, man.
So, yeah, I know the whole situation with Wendy Williams and her having the judge to where she's released and stuff like that. And there was, I think it was something, I don't know if it was on Amazon or something, where they was interviewing, TMZ's interviewing Wendy Williams while
Uh-huh.
she's locked up in the place that she was locked up in. They were talking to her through the window.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was wicked. It was wicked. The young lady that worked, what's her name? Because again, y'all know I really don't listen to it.
Which
The
one?
one that took that's replaced, that might be replacing or whatever, just
Oh,
her,
Lauren? You
Laura,
talking about Lauren?
Lauren. Wendy, she did an interview and she was doing the work to get a hold of Wendy.
Uh-huh.
Now, I know one of the main reasons why they use her is because she is in on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Could you see Just Hilarious doing what she did to get the
No.
interview, to work with
No.
TMZ, to be able to get Wendy and all that stuff? I don't think Just would have been
And
able to pull that off.
And I
Hold on,
think
y'all. Hold
And
on,
Wendy
y'all.
is
Hold
a
on,
part
y'all.
of that world.
We got some company. We got some company, and we're gonna bring it to the stage. Hurst, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Good brunching. Can you turn your
Wait, we
phone
can't hear her. We
sideways?
can't hear you.
Y'all hear me?
Okay, now I hear you.
Can you turn? Yeah, turn. There you go. Boom. Now we rocking. Now we
Wait, now you
rocking.
can't see me.
Get tilt to the up.
Wait,
I gotta do it this way. 'Cause
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't even worry. We
it's
understand. We
fine, it's
understand.
fine.
Okay.
ain't got nothing to prop the phone up. Go ahead.
yeah, I actually don't know where my stand is because
It's you good. You good. So
It's okay. It's okay.
how you feel about this?
you know I
My
got
listeners-
all of the smoke. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's
So
talk
let
about
me give y'all a quick background. Some of y'all know, years and years and years and years ago, I did a diss track against Just Hilarious that went viral.
You did a diss track against Just
I
Hilarious?
did.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this before.
We did. I rapped it and everything. I ended up taking it down, but it was about stealing jokes. So if you guys don't know the history, stole the jokes from me, Tiana, Steve Brown, a couple other people, and she actually talked about it when she first came out. She did a thing that said, "I don't steal jokes. I refurbish them. If I hear a joke and it don't hit, I'm gonna take it and make it mine." Like this was one of her very first videos. Anyways, long story short, I got beef with it because you're talking about people taking out of your pocket and people taking from you and you potentially losing your job. Well, you reap what you sow. You got to get that back. You got to get that back, sis. So for me, I don't feel bad about it. I feel like at the end of the day, if you're a comedian, you'll find a way. I don't technically think she's funny. I think she's just delirious, not just hilarious, but whatever. Personally, personally, but I feel like
Nah, talk that talk. Come on now.
you brought somebody in that was more qualified than you. It is what it is. You need to stay in your lane. That is not your lane. You got ran off the damn road.
That was my thing. That was
Right.
my thing about it.
Right.
Exactly what Hirsch just said. That when you can't get mad at someone seizing the opportunity and saying, "Well, what about me now?" I do get what Hirsch is saying as far as this is kind of maybe this is karma because it was said that you were stealing jokes. It was said, and I say for the three of us, we know what it is to sit here and write a joke or whatever.
Yes.
Take premises you can't copyright. Everybody got the same, the people can have the same premise or whatever. But if you saying jokes bar for bar, word for word, and then you want to add up or add your little flair on it, and then talk about mine's different. No. This came from a real place, and I put time into it. And now because you got more social media followers, I look like the thief.
And that's what I said on the rap. I said that now when people come to our shows, we look like we stole from you, and that's not the case. And instead of you actually, like, even with Tiana, she was asking Tiana to write for her, and I guess because Tiana didn't do it or didn't write fast enough, she just decided to take it. And for me, I'm from Detroit. We don't play all that stealing shit. Like, you would really get slapped in your face. Like, you really get slapped in your face. Like, we don't move like this is our job, right? So what people don't understand is when you do wrong to people, karma don't automatically come back right around the corner. It may come at the least expected time when you own your rise, and now you on there crying and you want people to feel bad about it. But at the end of the day, people don't know the history and why you got to get this back. You got to get this back.
And the crazy thing is, like, even when Supervillain said, "How you land your dream job then immediately get knocked up?" She said she purposely got pregnant. Like right now, I don't know if that's the smartest thing, you know.
But I don't think that was her dream job. I really don't think that's a dream job. Like
It's
me,
not. All right, I won't say her dream job, but I feel like this is a job with her following, right? Knowing that she doesn't have the talent to do it as, let's say, Lauren does. With her, like, let's say whenever we get this opportunity, just like in comedy, get your funny up. You know what I'm saying? Get your funny up. While you in radio, she's been doing this for how long? At least over a year now, right?
right.
Over a year now. I haven't seen growth. I just seen you
But
just
here,
being.
so let's say this though. Here's what it is, and Mika pointed out, and then hers backed it up. This was not her lane. Like I think Supervillain saying her dream. It wasn't. I think she used the fact that she had a social media following to bring in a consistent check.
Supervillain said she literally said that out her mouth.
But let me tell you something.
Because check this out. Hold on real quick, Hers. Because here's the thing. Y'all know, like I know, we can do 30 minutes for 5 shows.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got the material, can you?
Yeah.
Facts. Here's the thing, though, for me with this, though. Even if it wasn't her dream job, this is just how I am. Maybe it's the Virgo in me. If I get an opportunity to do something I've never done, I'm going to perfect the shit out of it. Can we cut that part?
Yeah, you good.
So
that part.
I'm going to, if it's something that I haven't done, and the Virgo on me is I want to be a perfectionist at anything. So if I've done it and I'm put in a position to do it, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I think she really just pissed over it, like, yeah, I'm here, and that was the wrong attitude to have. Especially, you got to know who you're working with. You working with Envy and Charlemagne. Like, you got to know, you got to come like a pit bull with them. Like, you can't come to play. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she took it too light. Then you went and got pregnant. Then you got somebody in who actually does it. Like you pretty much pissed on yourself when it comes to that. Like you didn't take it serious enough. And I don't feel no bad. I don't feel no remorse about that. Like you on there crying them wolf tears and whatever. But I don't feel bad about it. Like
yeah.
And they tried to they I ain't gonna lie, they tried to baby it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They really showed
they was it. Now I'm not gonna say I felt bad. Like when Corey Holcomb said, I'm like, he said he called it, and when you look back, he called it. Like this ain't gonna last long, or whatever. Now everybody could say I do think Corey Holcomb starts trouble just to be starting it.
Who is he? I gotta look. I don't know who you're talking
about.
You
don't know Corey Holcomb?
Yeah. But hey, you know Corey is just like Corey don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now he got an issue with Tony Baker. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I know Tony Baker through Instagram.
But now I feel like Corey's just Corey's gonna wants to be, not say wants to be, he's just like the bad guy, and he's just accepted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, and I'm cool with. I mean, don't get me wrong. That still don't take away from his talent on stage or whatever. I think he's very.
So he's becoming the villain of comedy.
Yeah, he's the villain.
So like, who will he be? Like the Penguin?
Yeah, he's the Penguin.
He might be the Joker.
No. The Joker was Paul Mooney. That was the Joker. But I would give him the Penguin or whatever like that. But the thing is, what he said was very true. Same thing what her said. I think we all said it, that you wasn't talented enough to get it. You got it because of the popularity. You messed around and got pregnant. Nobody's saying that. You know, is anything wrong with getting pregnant? Blessings to you and your family. However, you allow this person who was more skillful to watch. And my wife said all the time, T said all the time that she a Virgo just like her. She tells her bosses when she's on these HR things, like, look, I got 1 or 2 jobs. Either my job is to get you fired or my job is to get you promoted.
That's it. That's
my job is being up under you. Is either to get you fired or get you promoted.
That's it.
Now, whatever way you take it, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that people really don't understand that sometimes God will align a situation that you didn't expect to be in. And it's up for you to seize it. You know what I'm saying? It's up for you to make the best of it. And I think sometimes we really get comfortable. I really think just got comfortable in her celebrity, but I don't have to do a lot of work. Or as you know, all the comedians on the panel, we work all the time. I don't care if I feel like I've arrived. I'm still working my ass off because it's never good enough. Like I always have to continue to push the boundaries and push, you know what I'm saying? I have to do that. So I feel like she just got comfortable.
I think that's the definite thing. It was like, I know I can
Yeah.
do this. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's
Yep.
like doing it
And
with
you
your eyes
can't.
closed and working out. Like some people, because I say like this. I just tell Ace before I started really doing this full time. Like I was just good on talent. I wasn't good on hard work. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I can just get on stage and be good on talent. But now I know what it's like to be good on hard work because now I'm getting on them stages all the time. So now you can see the polishness compared to where you just funny and you can get on stage and do it. But when you start working at that joint, it's different. I feel like Jess was just riding that joint
Yes.
safe and just riding it out instead of growing because I look at this joint as an opportunity that this joint could open up other avenues for
Absolutely.
her to
That
build
part.
it up. So that's why I'm like, yo, you should be in here busting your ass to
Yep.
be Angela Yee in that
Yep.
realm for later on. You can possibly have your own show, but there's nothing here that you shown that you can ever have your own show.
And you know what, Bill? Let me say this too
Hmm.
while it's on my mind. Another thing, even if she did not get the full time slot, the way she handled it really fumbled it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it could have still been a platform and an opening for something else, but the way that she handled it was
Facts.
almost like my skin ain't thick enough. I'm too emotional. Even being rude to the girl online is you handled it so shitty that people probably don't even want to book you for nothing else.
You shot yourself. You shoot yourself in the foot.
Hey, I just
Exactly.
Hmm.
told that girl, she was like, I told her I told her to be quiet. Most of
Yeah,
the
that's
time she
crazy.
over talks me. And Lauren like, you ain't never said that to me.
That
I
Yeah.
is
ain't said that to
crazy.
you in the office. And it's like, yo, you don't understand this stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I know they had to get it approved by producers to go in and do it because there's been numerous of videos where I've seen HR people be like, they had to get it approved because if I'm HR, I'm coming down the hall like, hello, shut all this down.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they had to get it approved by the producers to put it out there on the air.
But
But
but you got to think about it. And I said something to somebody the other day like that. Everybody was like, "Oh, dude, this is bad." No, guess what? Them numbers was
ratings,
ridiculous. The,
it's
the
ratings.
numbers was ridiculous. Everybody else was talking about it, and y'all giving what this is entertainment. This is entertainment. So
But
this
what you don't understand is the numbers that she created also made her look like an asshole. So
oh
you
no,
know
but
what?
yeah, but you see that's the thing. You gaining all these numbers, but now this can
Yep.
hurt you too.
Yep.
Guess what? It can hurt Jess, but it helps the network. So the
Yeah.
I just
network
want to
is
say
going to
that.
think network
I
first.
just said I've always been taught there's no such thing as bad publicity
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, they still talking about you.
it's only bad for certain people.
Yup, it's only bad. It's only bad personally, but business wise,
Yeah,
R. Kelly, as bad as the situation that he's in, when he called and sung that thing from
The
jail,
residuals, yeah.
that joint goes up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did y'all see the clip of Just Hilarious telling the girl to be quiet and like to shut up?
Nah.
No.
He said it while they were live, and it was so cringe because I don't know. Like I said, maybe because it's my own personal thing, and I'm very, very professional. I've worked in radio for some years, so as soon as we would have cut, I probably would have smacked her fucking face.
Right? Who you talking
I'm
to?
not even lying to you. Like
Yeah,
I would have had to sit so quiet and be like commercial.
yeah, yeah.
Look at
Hmm.
Go to
Hmm.
commercial.
depending on what station, they have a ticker, like where you can see the time
Yeah.
for the commercial.
Yeah,
I've been staring at that clock the whole
I'm
time. It's
telling
like,
you, she said it live, y'all. She was like, shut up. Like, don't talk over me.
yeah. Hold up, hold
I
and,
up.
was so
and
mad.
people don't understand because we've even had it on this platform on us, where after big shout out to Cash, our producer. He's not in radio, and the three of us had to say, no, sometimes we're not over talking, we're having a conversation
Yeah.
that's organic.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
no
Hmm.
different than someone stopping you in the middle of your thought. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's not organic. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
having engaging conversation, it's okay if we are overlapping a little.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where it's still going. The ad libs of the I got you. You're right. That's okay. And after that, we all understood it. But she, I don't think just like Bill said,
Woo.
she ain't taking it serious. And Lauren
I
was
don't
in
think
that.
I don't think Jess took the job serious, and
No.
this was a big opportunity for her to learn something. And sometimes when you have God puts opportunities in front of us to try it out, and if it's for you, it's for you. It's not, it's not. But it's not to end it in bad terms. You understand what I'm saying? You've tried radio, it probably wasn't for you, and you felt that it wasn't for you, and you didn't put your all in it. You decided to sit and go have a baby and take a break when you just got this.
It was a
You
check.
thought that check was set.
It was a
You
check.
understand? You
It
thought
was
that
actually
it was just a check. So you try things, and if you tried it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's you don't gotta sit and basically shit on yourself, because that's what she did. She
Yeah,
shitted on herself.
for
She
sure.
shitted on
But
herself.
she
that
said it. I'm contracted in.
was the biggest mistake though, because anybody in entertainment know you can't do entertainment just for a check anyway. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be days where you're not getting a lot. It's gonna be days when you're getting a lot. If you're doing it for the
Mm-hmm.
love, do it for the love of. It's going to do what it needs to do.
That money gonna come. That
Right.
It's
money gonna
gonna
come.
come
That's a fact.
regardless.
First,
That's
let
a
me tell
whole
you something.
fact.
Me and Bill been getting paid for this show. They ain't cut me in a dime. Cut me in yet. And
Yo,
I'm
let me know what account that's going to, man.
Word, cause
Let me
I
know
need
what
to
account that's
know.
going to.
I need to know right
Definitely, definitely. Right now. But no, people, I appreciate her. Thank you for tuning in and
Thank you,
dropping in and checking on
honey.
us. You are always welcome to come and sit
Y'all
with
know
us.
y'all my faves. First
So,
of all, before you get me off, I like the new setup. I like the new host. Hi, girl. Like
yeah,
Hi.
we out here.
I ain't been back since we was on Instagram.
Yeah, so they was just on
Word.
Instagram. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I took a break. I had surgery and some other things, and I went on tour with Michael Collier and some other stuff. But
How is okay? Never.
I took a little break. But when I popped back on, I said, check out the digs
Yeah,
over here.
we back. We back. We back. We on Tuesdays. We here on Tuesdays
My
because
fellow Earth sign, my fellow Earth sign.
see, look, here they go. Here they
Bring so
go.
much to it. I love it, and I'm so
Love
proud.
it.
See, now
Thank
we
you,
bringing the
honey. Thank
scientists
you.
connecting, and see, look where we at. But you are always welcome. We wish you the best. Everything you got
Thank
going
you,
on, you already
honey.
know you
Thank
welcome to
you.
the room. But people, we're gonna be back next week. We will be back next week for another episode of the Good Brunchin Podcast. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We miss y'all. And look, this is what we're gonna do too. We're gonna we ain't telling everybody, but we're gonna pick a night that you gonna get good brunching after dark. Okay? Good
Mhm.
brunching after dark. We're gonna have some grown conversations just to give y'all a little extra because we know y'all want more than Tuesdays. So when we get that date, we will let y'all know and
Right.
we'll get that thing going. But on behalf of your boy Build a Billionaire, Tamika Rayon, Ace Brown, it's been a great show. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Good brunching, y'all. We holla at y'all.